Yeah, okay, that's fine.
All right. Welcome everybody to tonight's game. It's the Coppell Cowgirls taking on the Richardson Eagles. Cowgirls come into this one 5-5. Eagles come in 0-7, so they'll be looking for their first win tonight. Mahir, how are we feeling going into this one?
You know what? We're feeling great for tonight. I mean, in the past, we've seen the girls do great here in the Cowgirls. We've seen them do great not only during this tournament that they recently had last week or the week before. Sorry. But coming in, I think it'll be pretty strong, especially in that first quarter.
Yeah, I saw them get a win here, I think it was last week or a couple weeks ago. Looked solid, so we'll see how they look today. Coppell, the new coach, they're getting into implementing his style. Now that you're like 10 games into the season here, you got to keep finding your identity, finding your way. That's what these early season matchups are all about. And tonight, they have a good chance to win against, again, a very beatable opponent in Richardson. So if the JV game was any indication, I think it was 45-8 at one point in that one. That's any indication that varsity should be able to get the win here against Richardson tonight. So we're about 2 minutes away from tip-off, and just watching the Cowgirls going through warm-up, seeing some made threes, so maybe we'll see some big-time shots tonight made. I don't know, maybe some outside shots. And Adriana Richardson just committed to Arkansas, so we'll see how the future SEC player does tonight. As again, she recently committed, so I think that's a really interesting storyline going into this game. But
yeah, that's definitely a solid point coming in here. We're seeing minutes left and right from both teams as well. Richardson, less games than Coppell's played, but this is around that mark where each team is settling into the season, just coming out of football season, especially with Coppell, at least the boys, just coming out of that football season. So the shift is slowly changing, so more is coming towards the basketball. So even from the past, tonight might be for a coaching step. As, we said Coppell before is the new girls varsity basketball coach, who's also the athletic director here at Coppell High School. Yeah. So, changing the focus straight to basketball, definitely giving that little step up. It's actually ironic because we saw that the Cowboys had actually left the Eagles at home in the second round of UIL football playoffs. So maybe they got into getting some extra time. But, hey, that big shift, definitely the step in the beginning of this year's season.
We'll see the impact of the football season being over on the basketball court when we do the boys. Obviously, you have Carter Zingelman and Jacob Anene making their way over to the boys basketball team here pretty soon. But for the girls, nothing to do with football. But it is interesting, we did just beat Richardson, so hey, maybe the girls team for Richardson can get some sort of revenge. I don't know. But tip-off's about to get underway, having the national anthem here in a second, but warm-ups are done. It's time to watch some basketball. Mahir, let's get it. Let's get it. So Cowgirls just team huddle there under the basket, and here we go. It's time for the national anthem.
The time has come. We want to welcome you to Coppell High School Arena, home of your Coppell Cowgirls, for tonight's matchup between the Lady Eagles from Richardson High School and your Coppell Cowgirls. At this time, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we pay tribute to this great nation and those who defend it with the playing of our national anthem.
Where am I supposed to? Yeah, I was so confused. sorry, thank you. Oh, it's so quiet now. Yeah.
And now it's time for tonight's starting lineups. Formatting with the visitors, the Lady Eagles from Richardson High School. Thank you. Number 1, Coy Wilson. Number 12, Maggie Monroe. Number 20, Elmore Green. Number 23, Alana Blair.
The personalized handshakes is really fun.
And number 30, McKenna Shaw Dixon.
Oh, and they're high-fiving the coaches as well. I love the cryptic music. Oh, yes, wait.
And now, the starting lineups for your Coppell Cowgirls. Starting in forward, a 5'10" junior, number 0, Lauren Van Pelt.
Can I move this?
Starting at guard, a 5'8" junior, number 2, Ashley Hall.
All right, we're just getting to the startup lineup for tonight's game.
Number 5, Michelle Cole. Starting in
That's
forward,
the starting lineups right now.
Senior, number 24, Adriana Ryan. And starting at guard, a 5'11" sophomore, number 25, Amber Cole.
I'm sorry, did he just say 5'11" sophomore?
Tall team. Adriana Ryan. Huddle time.
Looks like she's about what, 6'4", 6'5"? What are we looking at?
That's what, something like that, yeah.
She's 6'4". All right, starting at the lineup, Adriana Ryan at the tip-off.
Definitely has a big height advantage over whoever the Eagles.
Yeah,
starting
just
center.
taking a look here, you can see that big difference.
I think the jump ball is a foregone conclusion. We'll see. See what the Eagles have for us tonight. Yeah, McKenna Shaw Dixon is the starting center. She'll go against Ryan on the jump ball here. So here we go.
We're looking at 5'11" versus 6'4".
And the Eagles actually win the jump ball. We'll go to Alana Lair. And Alana Lair will have the basketball. She's going to dribble and pass inside to Dixon. Dixon goes up and misses the shot. Ball is loose, rebounded by Van Pelt, and she gets it out to Prisha Cole. Cole has the basketball, passes it over to Amber Coffey. Outside to Ashley Hall. And Hall will get it up top to Amber Coffey. Right in top of the key. Dribbles left to Coffey. Coffey drives right. Over to Van Pelt. Down low to Rynan. She's got the height advantage. The spin, the shot, no good. Hits her own miss. Misses again. Hall is fouled going up. So McKenna Shaw Dixon, I think, is the one who was charged with that foul. So 3 missed shots around the basket, but the third one does result in free throws. I mean, here last time I watched the Cowgirls, they shot a lot of free throws. They attacked the paint a lot, as here's Hall, missed the first one. They attack the paint a lot. They love to be aggressive, dump it down low. I mean, they have the height advantage over most of the teams they play, so.
Yeah, I definitely think being aggressive could be a solid strategy, you know? Just farming out some of those free throw points, not just going for the 3 points, you know? Also taking those shots, jumps in the middle, but definitely could go heavy on those free throws.
Hall knocks down the second free throw, and taking up his layer. She passes it over. And the ball is trapped up in the corner. Maggie Monroe dumping it inside to Shaw Dixon. Shaw Dixon passes it out. Layer's got it. Dribbles left to the corner. More Green. Pass is knocked out of bounds by Van Pelt. And it'll be Eagles basketball on the baseline. It'll be Green to inbound. Green passes it around. Monroe has it. To the corner. Green dumping it down off of a hand and out of bounds. Cowgirls basketball. Try to dump it down to Shaw Dixon. Goes off the hand, goes out of bounds. So now the Cowgirls will inbound. A little bit of a press here from the Eagles. Coffey looks to break it, pass it to Cole. And Coffey's got it. Over to Cole. And now Ryan passed it down. Nice pass, and Van Pelt gets the easy layup.
You know, you're looking at the sides, just going left, right, left, right, left, right, just kind of confusing other players. One ball, one side to the other. You're looking to the left and right. You have no idea where the ball is because it keeps on moving.
That was a good pass.
And just straight into the basket, 2 for Coppell, putting it up at 3.
That's about as easy of a shot as you're going to get in the sport of basketball. Here's a corner 3. It is blocked, and Ryan's got the rebound. Wilson got her shot blocked, and now here comes Cole taking it up the floor. Cole to Van Pelt, down to Ryan, ball's deflected out of bounds by Shaw Dixon. So the court vision was there with that pass, it just got deflected. But I like the look.
Yeah, you know, taking for the looker, you saw that swat. That was heavy.
It was good. It
You
was
know.
aggressive. You gotta make that play. Dump it down to Ryan, and she misses the layup underneath. Van Pelt gets the rebound. She misses, and Richardson's able to save it. Ryan knocks it out of bounds. She tried to say it was Cowgirl ball, but it was not. Went out of bounds. Eagles keep it. So, yeah, they're struggling to finish a little bit inside early on in this game. That's kind of the main issue right now. As here come the Eagles taking it up the floor. It's Layer dribbling. And she's going to keep dribbling around, try to get a screen. Dribbles into traffic. Loses the ball. It's on the ground near the baseline. Did she go out of bounds? Yes, she did, and it'll go to the Cowgirls now. So the Cowgirls do play aggressive defense. They usually get a lot of turnovers and steals from what I've watched this season, and that's something that they've already been doing today as Ryan has the ball top of the key. Coffey's got it. And that pass nearly stolen. Cole gets it. Mid-range jumper, no good. Ryan gets the rebound, dumping it inside. Got it to go.
You know, Ryan charging straight to the paint with her definite height advantage, getting those layups, you know, right next to the basket. Yeah, 6 where you can just kind of slip it in. But
So Layer dribbled into some trouble. She's knocked over. I see what you're saying. The Cowgirls are definitely taking advantage of their height advantage. They're going to dominate on the boards all day today. I doubt Richardson's going to get many offensive rebounds today. So, and defensively, I mean, they're not getting many defensive boards either, as Hall nearly deflected that out of bounds, or she did deflect out of bounds. She nearly deflected it into a steal. Ends up going out of bounds, though. I like the hustle.
you know, it's great to see it from both teams. So definitely makes the game more interesting.
Green inbounds to Layer, and Green gets it back now, being defended by Van Pelt. Green dumping it. Free throw line shot is no good. Ball's on the ground as Green tried to save it, but she gets rid of it. Cole's pushing it in transition. Rajan got tripped up, and it's going to be a pass out of bounds. Rainen was running in transition. She tangles up, trips down, and it's a turnover, unfortunately, for the Cowgirls, who are going to employ the full court press. Hall nearly was able to steal it, and now up the floor goes number 3. There's the shot. It is an air ball, and it's knocked out of bounds by Coy Wilson. They have no number 3 on Richardson's roster, so
We're not sure who that is.
unfortunate. Hopefully she doesn't drop 30, I guess. So Coffey is going to inbound here. Cole's going to take this one up the floor. No press from Richardson yet. A lot of the teams Coppell plays seems to employ a full court press at some point in the game. As here's Cole, dribbling right hand, puts up a floater. It's no good. Rainen with another offensive rebound. She puts that one up. It's no good. It's rebounded by Shaw Dixon.
Oh, dang.
They both go to the floor, and Ryan's actually going to get a jump ball.
Looks like they're just tumbling, you know, getting at the bottom. That's kind of where the height advantage might be a little bit of a disadvantage. You know, maybe you're good in the air, but on the ground, you can't really get to that pass.
It works out for the Cowgirls here, though. They win the jump ball here or they get the possession arrow to go their way. As here's Reinen with it. She's down low inside. She gets blocked, but a foul is called. And so I guess the official said that she didn't go straight up. That's how officials judge fouls, you know, and it's controversial, especially at the college level. NBA, they just call fouls in a lot of things, but the college level especially, they look to see if you go vertical up straight, because if you drop your arms down, that's when they call the foul.
Yep.
So Reinen knocks down the first free throw. Again, that's going to be the key, is knocking down these free throws, getting these easy points. Cowgirls are up 6-0 right now, looking to make it 7-0 with this free throw. And it's good. 2 for 2 from the line for Reinen. Green to inbound. Cowgirls pressing. Layers got it. And she's going to pass it. It's deflected by Reinen. Nearly stolen by Coffee. 3 taking it in transition. Passes to the corner. Monroe going to drive. Ball deflected there by Cole. Great play. She's off to the races in transition. She's looking to go up, and she puts it in.
You know, great play coming in from Hope. Getting from one court to another with that hustle is just great, what you want to see here in basketball. And, you know, getting even with a couple people on her, you know, see at the front, maybe one, some right behind, she's still able to get her hand up. And that's just great.
I love the transition. It's kind of like how the boys play. The Coppell boys are all about transition, all about playing fast pace. Good to see that the girls are doing that as well with the good transition offense. I mean, it's easy points if you do it right. As Shaw Dixon misses the shot. She gets her own rebound, though. Ball's deflected and stolen by the Cowgirls. Down there on that baseline, Ashley Hall corrals it, and Prisha Cole will take this one up the floor. Setting up the offense here as Hall will go to the corner. Cole. Inside to Reinen. Can she score this time? She's got the height advantage, and she's got the bucket.
Talking about that height advantage in the paint, just an absolute threat.
She's a mismatch down there. It's very simple. And the Cowgirls are up to an 11-0 lead with 3:18 to go here in the first quarter. I mean, Mahir, you couldn't really ask for a better start if you're the Cowgirls. You haven't allowed a single point yet. I mean, defensively, it's just, I feel like Richardson hasn't even taken that many shots. It's been a lot of turnovers and sloppy ball.
Yeah, you know, you definitely see that, you know, going left and right. But evidently ending on the Cowgirls side with them pushing up. You see Reinen going in for those layups as well as many others. You know, not a lot of shots are coming in bounds, but hey, the small amount of points, the layups and those free throw shots, they rack up really quickly. So it may not look like a lot, but 11 points dropping is definitely what you want to, which is a great start, especially in the first quarter, where you definitely analyze their team, see how are they playing, you know, can you try and predict, how predictable can they be, and how can we kind of push through to the next part to kind of weave through the cracks that you might see. But it looks like Cowgirls are holding it down, so that's just great.
A couple new Cowgirls enter the game, Nahira Nadgande and Mallory Cooper. Cooper immediately knocking the ball out of bounds on the press. So Cowgirls take Reinen out of the game. Cowgirls pressing. Green inbounds to Layer. Immediate trap from Cole and Nadgande. And here goes Richardson. They beat the press. They're going in transition. And there's the first basket of the night. It's number 3. Nice bucket on the transition. Here's Cole. Passes this one to the middle. It's Van Pelt to Cooper, who's in the corner. Cooper dribbles left. Cole's got it. Up top to Coffee. Coffee. Going one-on-one, gets the screen from Van Pelt. Amber Coffee up top to Nahira Nadgande, dumping it down. Van Pelt inside, and she finishes the layup.
You know, not as big as a height advantage we see for Adriana Reinen, but hey, come on, like, you gotta respect that. It's a jump straight into the basket, and even if you don't have the height advantage, getting the advantage in the paint is just a great step up for a team.
Van Pelt does it on the defensive side as well, getting the steal. Now she'll set a screen. Cole to the basket. Floaters up, and it rims out. She gets her own miss, though. Passes it out to Nadgande. Open up top for 3. And it is sunk.
That is, I believe, the first sink of the match. That's just great. You know, now we're starting to see some flow state coming in for these Cowgirls, and that's amazing.
Ball is over on the other side. Layers got it. Nadgande gets screened pretty hard there. Cooper with the good on-ball defense gets the steal.
What a steal. Let me see that.
The defense. And now it'll be Cole taking this up the floor. About 1:40 to go in the first quarter. Van Pelt to Coffee. Coffee backs it up to Cooper now. Van Pelt inside, goes up, one-on-one, puts it in!
Another one coming in from Van Pelt. Another notable danger in the paint, aside from a John Rain, who definitely has a height advantage. But being a threat in the paint is great for racking up those small points.
Cooper this time got a little aggressive. She's going to get called for the foul. And Rainan's coming back into the game here, as well as Molly Crawford.
Getting out for Van Pelt and Cole, who've obviously shown that they belong in what they're doing.
Both have played well today.
Definitely.
Inbound here to Liana Belai, the freshman. We'll see what she brings, as here's Monroe in the corner. Loses the ball. Coffey dives for it, and what's the call here? It'll stay with Richardson, it looks like. So, fight for it there, and they were able to come up with it. Belai's got it in. Monroe dribbling around. Good on-ball defense. Belai's got it. Crosses to the left. Monroe at the three-point line. Under a minute to play. To the corner. Three is in trouble over there as that ball's deflected.
And it goes for Cowgirls volleyball. I'm sorry, did I say volleyball?
Yeah.
I might have.
It happens.
It's the Cowgirls ball coming in here.
Crawford will inbound here to Amber Coffey. And she'll slowly take this one up the floor. Calling out the offense here. We'll see how much off-ball movement we have. We're getting some screens set. Adgonde flashes out to the top of the key. Rainan inside. She's got the height advantage. She's got the finish. Another bucket for Adriana Rainan, who is taking full advantage. Adriana Rainan there is Adgonde. Misses her own shot on the steal. Gets it back. Misses again. Gets it back. And the ball is going to go out of bounds. It'll be Richardson's ball.
You know, Rainan coming in through that last one, I'm not sure if I say this right, but the girl who was in front of her had almost no clue. She was looking in front, didn't look behind, and you just see Rainan pop up and gets the ball up.
Yeah, Rainan just, again, she's taking full advantage of that matchup. As here we go, up the floor. Layers got it. 5 seconds. Stolen by the Cowgirls. They mess up the transition pass. Ball's on the ground, and that's the end of the first quarter. Dominance from the Coppell Cowgirls. They came in tonight as the favorite, and they're up 20-2 at the end of one. I mean, it's about as good of a quarter as you could ask for me here.
Yep, definitely. You know, that JV game started out or ended out at around, 45-20. So definitely seeing them get it 20 up just in the first quarter, it can kind of prepare you how much this can escalate, especially for both teams. What do you know? The Eagles, Richardson might come up. Cowgirls might even push further. And it's just, you can't really tell.
My money would be on the Cowgirls extending the lead.
Yeah, definitely. But, you know, after this first quarter, Eagles have definitely seen, we've seen how the Eagles play, you know, going around the area, but we've also seen how the Cowgirls play with some aggressive defense also from both sides. But now we know that they have multiple threats that, you know, come through the paint and are able to get that hand up. So I think that might be able to change the plan. Maybe they weren't expecting that, maybe they were, but it might change their plan up to see how can they defend against tall people like Rainan or just people who are pretty accurate like Vanderbilt.
I mean, it's just tough. I mean, your center's 5'11". The other team has got multiple girls who are tall. Van Pelt had a really good quarter. I think she played really well. She was efficient around the basket. I think she did really well. I also like the energy that Mallory Cooper brought. She came into the game immediately getting her hand on the ball, forcing turnovers. It's that type of effort that gets you far. It really is.
Definitely. Some aggressive gameplay coming in here. You know, it's exactly what you need, at least one person that can stay, you know, hold the fort down, hold the wall down, and just get up the strong defense just to get your team the extra ball, extra upper hand.
So they inbound here. Belai passes this one high. Green's able to snag it. Double team, and it results in a turnover. Nadgonde pushes it up to Cooper. One-on-one layup, and she puts it in.
You know, just like we were talking about here, Mallory Cooper, she can hold the fort down, and she can push straight back up, you know, pushing the ball up, and while keeping the fort down at the same time.
Wild shot there from three. Ball is loose, rebounded by Cooper, who ends up corralling it, and it'll be Prisha Cole. Up ahead, Rainan, wide open layup and an easy finish.
You know, that's just great hustle here, you know, coming in. Rainan completely open, right next to the paint. Ooh, injury, possibly.
She's all right, but Cooper comes in, aggressive, foul right there. But good vision right there to pass that one up the court, wide open. That's an easy layup.
Definitely completely open, almost completely invisible. You know, just kind of sliding through, and you know she's standing right where she needs to be, right in place, right next to the basket.
Trying to beat the press here. Green gets it to Layer. Layer passes this one away from Jarvis. And Cole's going to push this one up. Another Eagles turnover. Riding up top. Dribbles left. Cole, corner. Down low, Rynan. And she misses that shot. Gets her own miss. Ball is blocked. She's on the ground. Cooper trying to go up. She draws the foul.
We're looking at a foul.
Not the best sequence of offense there, but you get offensive rebounds, you'll probably end up scoring or getting a foul.
Yeah, 100% coming from there. We're looking at Mallory Cooper taking the shots here.
It's tough. I mean, I played AAU ball. When you play against a team that has guys who are just way taller than you, it's tough. I mean, all you can say as a coach, it was a good job by Cooper knocked down that first free throw. All you can say as a coach in that situation is, hey, just try to box them out. Push them back, do what you can. I mean, it's tough. It really is tough.
Yeah, definitely. You look at people, if you see much taller than you, just bringing in the defense, if you're able to just step your defense up just a little bit, like that is something that can especially change the game up if you're going against people like Adrian and Rainen, you know?
Nice pass from Rynan there to Cole. I mean, that's just Rynan. Missed free throw. She gets the rebound. That pass goes out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Cowgirls. And again, another Eagles turnover. But, yeah, I mean, that was great right there. Missed the shot, gets her own rebound, dishes it to her teammate, bucket. I mean, it's easy as that. Here's Cole with it. And she's going to bounce pass it to Rynan. Jab step to a cross. Cole's going to take this. Cole out. Cooper fakes the three. Dumps it inside. Rynan's got the height. She does a no-look pass. And that shot is no good from near here in Nadgande. And they're going to call a jump ball here. And the jump ball will go to the Cowgirls. Rynan tried the little no-look behind the back pass. And
yep. Just a little bit of Luka left in Texas.
A little bit of Luka left in Texas, man. Little bit. But Nahira did not finish the shot there.
You know, just inches away from the basket.
Rynan with an easy bucket. Rynan with the easy bucket.
I mean, just makes up for that last shot.
I mean, the inbounds, she's a cheat code on the inbound. It's an easy, especially against a team like Richardson who just has no height. Green was spinning in circles for a second there as Layers got it. Dribbles to the right side. Now to the left. Pass over. Monroe. Dribbles left, trying to go baseline. She spins back out to the other side. Monroe, good on-ball defense from Crawford. Ball on the ground. Green goes down, and it's going to be another turnover. Prisha Cole in transition. Left, right, goes up. Scoop layup, no good. Rynan with her own rebound and puts it in.
You know, it's amazing. You know, Rynan is able to hustle up and get on that rebound area, you know, even just to make sure for that defense. You know, maybe she might have made it, maybe she not. But it's great that Rynan was just kind of sitting there, you know, right behind her just to get ready for the rebound, just to put it right back up.
Yeah, I mean, it's 31-2 with 5.5 to go here in the second quarter. This game has kind of been out of hand. Cowgirls have just continued to do what they do. I mean, I said it from like early on in this game. The problem is Richardson's not even putting up that many shots. Like right now, it is a successful possession for them if they even get a shot up, because pretty much every possession's ending up in a turnover.
Yeah, you know, their offense maybe isn't that great up against the Cowgirls coming in. You know, they walk across the stage, you know, they're walking across the court, and you see people defending you that are towering over you. So there's not a lot you can do other than pass it around. Maybe try and trip one up and make a shot. But even then, these are some people with stable feet that can stay on the court, can't trip up easily. So that's definitely such a major quality coming to the Cowgirls.
I think the big problem is just they're not passing it well. They're not strong on the ball. It doesn't matter how tall you are if you can handle the ball. But right now the problem is Richardson's not handling the ball well. They're turning it over. They're sloppy with their passes. They're struggling to just be strong with it. And the on-ball Cowgirls defense, they're pressing up. And, I mean, they're just getting turnovers left and right.
Yeah,
So.
you know, the ball security isn't that great either. You saw Mallory Cooper multiple times able to just slap the ball out of their hands.
I'm saying, man. Layer to get the inbound here. And she will take this one up the floor. Nahira Nadgande playing up top. Got to give credit to the Cowgirls defense, though. Aggressiveness is key. Dump it down. Here's the shot, and it's no good. That shot was missed by Sloan Jarvis. Reinen came up with the rebound. Cole's pushing it up. Pass to the corner. Coffee, 3. Oh, rims out. Reinen going for another offensive rebound. Loose ball, jump ball, and I think this one's going to go to Richardson.
Jump ball. Possession arrow lead.
Possession arrow will go to Richardson. It went to Cowgirls last time, so it switches up. Let's see what happens here. Layer taking this one up the floor. Over to Monroe. Monroe holds. Passes over to the left side. Layer, drive, dump down, and stolen by Reinen. Cole taking it up the floor. Hall, Reinen, spin, bank shot, got it to go.
What a movement coming in, that 180 rotation, just right around, hand up. You know, great movement coming in.
Monroe for 3 or no, it's no good either way. Green tripped up and they call a foul. 4:24 to go. Cowgirls up 30-2. What a game. Strongly resembling the freshman football games I called this year. Cowboys freshman team was usually up 20, 30 points in these games.
33-2, like not much.
Free throw is missed there by Green, and it'll be McKenna Shaw-Dixon checking back into the game for Sloan Jarvis. Green's second free throw, no good. Reinen gets the rebound, and she'll get it over to Ashley Hall. Hall over to Cole, who's been directing the offense today. I don't know if there's an injury to Avery Campbell, who's usually the team's point guard, but Cole has definitely done a good job navigating and facilitating the offense tonight. As here's Ashley Hall, up top to Cole. Coffee over the left side. Nadgande over to Cole. Cole to Coffee. Coffee, 3. Bang! Big time shot from Amber Coffee there. And the Cowgirls lead just continues to extend 36-2. My goodness. Foul called on Reinen there with the push.
You know, I might just be blind for Pierre, but I'm not really sure if Campbell's even on the bench either.
Possibly, I don't know.
You never know. Doesn't look like Richardson Prince today, but it looks like they're able to hold it down easily. You know, 36-2. That's not an easy task.
Reinen checks out of the game. Van Pelt is back in. That's an airballed three-pointer. But Richardson comes up with the offensive board. They're struggling to possess it here. Shaw-Dixon looking to drive. She's going up strong, and she's going to be fouled there. I think it's Lauren Van Pelt who gets hit with the foul. I hit a little inner Mike Breen there with the bang, but I think I should probably save that for bigger threes and bigger games when it's a little closer. Mike Breen saves the double bang for the big moments, though, if you watch the NBA. Shaw-Dixon to the line. That one rims out on her first free throw.
Awfully close coming in. Hopefully the second shot can carry them up just a bit.
Got to root for him a little bit, man. It's been a tough night to be a Richardson Eagle.
And the third point for the Eagles is on the board.
There it is. Cole taking this one up the floor. 36-3 is the Cowgirls lead. It's Cole driving to the right. Pass over. Coffee thought about the 3, and the pass is going to be stolen by Shaw-Dixon. Gets it to Layer. Layer going to dribble it inside. And Van Pelt, way to go straight up and not foul. She gets the block. Coffee going to send it up in transition to Avery Shortino. Coffee. Pass over to Cole. Cole to Coffee. 3 ball.
It's good. That is, I believe, the second or third 3 coming in here from Coffee. You know, one person that can take those jump shots and make them just sink them right in, you're set.
Foul called there. 39-3. So Prisha Cole gets hit with the foul call there. 2:48 to play in the second.
You know, looking around, you can kind of see the defense forming. You know, forming up the clouds in between. Everyone moving around, swapping. Looks like McKenna Shaw's another free throw for this one.
See if Shaw Dixon can knock this one down. She misses off to the right. .248 to play. As the 5th foul in the Cowgirls this quarter. So Richardson is in the bonus. Shaw Dixon knocks it down.
Richardson right in there, putting it to 39-4. You know, slowly but surely catching up. Might not be enough, but slowly and steady.
Coffee fakes, mid-range shot, and it's off to the right, no good. Layer dumps it out of bounds.
Up.
Cowgirl basketball on the baseline. Closer to the mouth. All right, cool.
Ah,
How's that sound?
sounds great to me.
Pass inbounds, Coffee 3. Oh, rims out there. Rebounded by Shaw Dixon. And a foul's going to be called here on Van Pelt. They got tangled up a little at the end of that play.
Foul on Cowgirls number 0, Lauren Van Pelt.
Number 0.
Foul, 6th team foul.
And it looks like the Eagles are taking some more foul shots from, once again, McKenna Shaw Dixon at the line. You know, that's been like 4 minutes, and we've seen her a couple times here at the line.
Yeah. First one's no good. Well, I guess if there's one thing Richardson's done a good job of is they have not committed a foul this quarter. Take the wins where you can get them.
Actually, I believe they've committed one.
Oh, shoot. Bonus.
One foul.
One foul. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Oh, we have halftime.
Shot is good. Second free throw, and now the Cowgirls inbound. Molly Crawford checked back to the game during that free throw trip.
Yep. Doing that free throw, you know, putting up, we saw a couple minutes ago, Lady Eagles were at 2. Now they're at 5. And you know what Brad Pitt said? Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. So
nice shot there by Amber Coffey. She's had a good night so far.
And we're looking at the Cowgirls putting up straight to 40 before the end of this first half.
Maybe with a good second half, they get to triple digits as Coffey gets the steal. It's a 2-on-1 between her and Hall. She Euros in and misses the shot. Hall gets her the rebound, and it is going to be Monroe comes up with it. In transition goes Amore Green. Green to Shaw Dixon. Puts up the midi. No good.
Almost.
Monroe hustles, and she's going to be fouled there by Avery Shortino. Minute 39 to go in the second.
Foul on Cowgirls number 11, Avery Shortino. That's her first foul, 17th foul. Lady Eagles, Maggie Monroe at the line, shooting 2.
Monroe to the line.
Sinking her first one, putting
that's
the
good.
Eagles up to 6. Can they get to 7?
We'll see. They've scored most of their points off of free throws tonight.
I believe
Pretty much all of them. I think they did have a
one
transition.
layup,
They had that
one
layup.
transition layup. The rest have been free throws. And it looks like she missed the second one, keeping it at 6 with Coffee doing in the amount.
So Coffey's going to inbound here to Prisha Cole. She'll take this one up the floor. About a minute and a half to go. Cole pulls up for 3. Puts it in!
Straight in, you know. Goal. We've seen it now we've seen her shooting up to 3. How many more do you think that she can do that? You know, we saw jump shots in the middle. We saw layups. You know, Cole, offensive hustling, left, right. You know, shooting through. I think that's definitely a strong suit, putting them even higher.
Here's Monroe dribbling to the left side of the court. Goes up, lefty layup, no good. Ball loose, rebounded. Layer's going to take this one in. Mid-range jump shot from the free throw line, and she knocks it down. So here we go. Under a minute to go.
Can the Cowgirls get to 50? That's the question.
Shortino's got it on the left side. Crawford down low. Hall dumps it into Coffey, puts up the shot, and she's got it.
Coffee's got it right in.
So there you go.
Guess you could say the coffee's in the pot.
Oh, man.
I apologize in advance for these terrible, terrible jokes.
Layers got it. Shortino playing some tough on-ball defense, and she's going to get hit with another foul. The aggressiveness is there.
Definitely. Swatting, you know, coming through left and right. just getting right in front of the people. So, definitely a coordinated team. One swapping around to the other one. It's difficult to get past. Like I said before, they might want to cut through the weave or weave through the cracks here. They're not leaving any cracks.
First free throw from Lair is good. I mean, I see what you're saying. The Cowgirls defense has been great tonight. They've been tough. They've been in passing lanes. They've been physical. It's good work out there. As Lair is actually able to knock down both free throws, so the Lady Eagles are up to 10 points for the half, so good for them. 20 seconds to go. We'll see how the Cowgirls play it. Cole taking it up the floor. And it looks like they're going to call a timeout here to get this last play set up.
30-second timeout. The Cowgirls at 46 with the Eagles at 10. Since the beginning of this quarter, they were at 2. So, like I said before, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. So, we might not know. We might see them push up just a little bit. But coming from like I see right now, Cowgirls definitely got the upper hand. Height advantage. They're locking it down. They're pushing through the offense. We see Coffee and now, sorry for pronouncing Cole, putting up threes. A couple threes coming in through this game. And so I think it's definitely a push that they can make. Stretch to the end, maybe make it to the triple digits or maybe not. But it's definitely possible if you're getting about 50 or a half century in this first quarter, or in this first half, sorry.
It's always a good thing when you barely have to use any timeouts as a coach. Means you're probably doing something right. I think that's like the first time out the Cowgirls have used all half, at least that I can remember. I mean, it's always a good sign. Cole will take this one up the floor. They got 15 seconds about. And here we go. Cole, Hall, dumping it down, and it's stolen by Lair. She'll push it in transition. She's only got 7 seconds, though. Lair, shot up. No good. Ball is called out of bounds. Clock is at 2.7 seconds. Got to be a half-court heave, I guess, if they really wanted to press the issue here up 46-10.
We're looking at almost 3 seconds left in this half.
And they're just going to roll it. She's going to come up and try to take it. Cole, is he going to get the shot off?
Ooh.
She does not. And that's the end of the first half. Cowgirls 46, Lady Eagles 10. Dominant first half from the Cowgirls. I mean, couldn't have really asked for much better. Defense was good. Paint was dominated the glass. I mean, Mahir, that's about as good of a half as you're going to see, as dominant as a half as you're going to see in high school basketball.
Exactly. Even coming in from both teams, they're all questioning, what can we see in this next half? With this halftime point, about 8 minutes here, can the coach for the Eagles get them in the, get them motivated, get them up so that, make maybe new strategies? Maybe this is what they expect. They didn't expect such great things. Maybe they did, but who knows? And maybe they're going to take this time to change up their strategy, see how this, in the first quarter, we've definitely seen that they play similarly in both quarters, so maybe they might be a little bit predictable on that side, which may be a downside for them. But I think that this is very vital for the Eagles to take this 8-minute halftime.
Yeah, we'll be interested to see what adjustments they come out with in the second half, but until then, we're going to take a quick little break here, and we'll be back in a little bit.
Just in a bit. Let's get it.
Teams are coming back on the court, which means it's time for the second half. Now I'm here. We talked about it right before we went to break. What do you think are some of the adjustments that Richardson needs to make if they want to at least make this somewhat of a game?
You know, we saw Cowgirls are holding it down. They're doing everything in their power. They're pushing pushing. If they do see any cracks, they're gonna end up getting the ball straight back to them, and just holding it back down. You know, some great defensive positions from almost everybody. You know, as they say, I'm not sure if this is right. Good defense, great offense. That's great. What you want to see. You're running, staying in the paint. That's like a strong suit, you know? Maybe she's not able to make jump shots too much, but staying in the paint is just great. And especially if you see Coffee putting up threes. That's exactly what we want to see.
Ryan with the dribble handoff to Coffee. It's going to be Ashley Hall with it. Ryan inside. Big size advantage. She misses the money, though, inside. It's going to be a jump ball as Ashley Hall went for it there. Ended up with Coy Wilson in a jump ball situation. But it's going to end up staying with Richardson. So here's Lair taking up the floor. Wilson dumping it inside. It'll be Shaw Dixon passing it out. Tried to pass it to both of them. That ball is deflected now. Ryan with the aggressive on-ball defense. She's going to get called for the foul as Lair was trying to dribble it out of that corner there near the sideline. Third foul of the game, all right. So Green to inbound into Lair here. And she is going to dribble this one. Screen, shot is up, no good. Deflected around, ends up in the hands of Green, who's able to put that shot up and in. That's actually a really nice shot there inside. Pretty contested. Cole passed it across. Richardson going with a little bit of a press. And Coach Pell is going to immediately call a timeout, make sure everybody is situated and ready to go. Got to say, that was a really nice shot inside.
You love to see that from one team with the other, you know. Maybe this timeout currently here is vital. 46-12 with the Cowgirls up. Just a minute in. I mean, it's got to be something pretty huge if you're just a minute in going straight to it. You know, we see the Cowgirls is scheduling, you know, what can they do? And we're looking at the Eagles over here. They're like locked in. And you see the Eagles here. The Eagles are locked. The Eagles here are locked in. They're making new strategies. Coach is like, all right, we got to do this to fix this. You see this, you got to do this. You know, changing their game plan, like I said, is a big possibility. You know, see them playing just a little bit differently here in the second half.
The matchups are just, it's just at the end of the day, I mean, look, the Cowgirls missed the open shot inside, but it's like, man, they just have such a height advantage. Those shots are going to come. Those shots are going to be too easy. It's just a matter of finishing. Eagles have to work so much harder for their baskets than the Cowgirls do. So
you're definitely right here. All right, we're starting this back up.
I don't know why the jacket's on. We're inside. Had it on like the whole time.
Below freezing outside today in the morning. This morning.
It is. It's cold out here. Finally. Ryan dribbles to the left, hand off to Cole. Jump shot is good. Appreciate Cole. I've been impressed with the way she's played today. She's done a really nice job.
Yeah, right on, man, right on.
Here's Lair with it. Dumps it down. Shaw Dixon out to Lair. Open three, and she missed. Rebounded by Shaw Dixon. Monroe gets Ryan jumping, and Ryan's going to get called for her fourth foul of the game right there.
You know, like you were saying before, we saw Richardson wasn't taking many shots, but now we're looking now. You know, the ball, you can see the hoop sees the ball so many more times. Maybe they miss it, but hey, you know, you slowly work towards it. They're taking more shots. They're becoming more brave to shoot, even if Coppell's right next to him. You know, they're taking every opportunity they can get.
She's definitely taking advantage of her opportunity here in the lineup as Ryan's going to check out of the game. She just picked up 2 quick fouls here in this second half. So Molly Crawford will check into the game. Yeah, that's. I mean, I was about to be impressed that Ryan was even able to get a contest on that shot, considering she got beat on the pump fake, as free throw is no good there from Monroe. But she ended up getting called for the foul. I guess she, didn't hit the ball, ended up getting a piece of the body. So, Coffee back to Cole. Cole over to Van Pelt. Van Pelt dumped down inside to the cutting Crawford, who passed it to Hall. She misses the layup. Ball is loose. Van Pelt comes up with it. She finishes inside.
Van Pelt provably showing, we've seen her in the paint multiple times. So, and filling in for that holding it down. You saw Adriana Rain is down in the paint. And now we got Van Pelt. So that's great to see.
She's efficient. She's efficient around the rim. Layer another three-pointer. That one's an air ball. It's rebounded by Monroe. Shot is no good again. And Wilson now misses. It ends up in the hands of Coffee. And the Cowgirls finally get the rebound. Cole pushing it in transition. Over to Hall. Three-pointer. And it's no good. Cole gets her rebound. Ball goes out of bounds, though. And it'll go to Richardson. So, Hey, that was a good possession for Richardson. They got a bunch of rebounds. They just weren't able to finish.
Yep, 100%. Taking more and more shots. Just great to see here in the second half.
Layer taking this one up the floor. And the pass is over to Green. Green to the corner. Wilson passes it down, and it's going to be a charge.
What a cheer coming from the Cowgirls bench.
Hey.
We're looking at a charging violation.
Amber Coffee putting the body on the line. It's deserved. When you draw a charge, you're putting your body on the line for the team. And, hey, you get in good position. When you're trying to draw a charge, you're pretty much just accepting that you're going to get destroyed in the lane. You just set your body up, put your hands here, and just, try to take the blow of that hit.
Yeah, putting your body on the line just for your team. You don't see that often, especially in girls, high school varsity basketball. Maybe you'll see boys, thrashing each other for a team, and you'll get it. But you see the excitement that just came from this team. That obviously indicates you don't really see that often.
Nice bank shot from Molly Crawford there on the previous possession. Van Pelt's going to get hit with the foul, though, here, as she nearly had a great block in the corner.
Ended up flying right into her.
But, yeah,
thought that was an Eagles thing.
But I love it. I love seeing players, put their bodies on the line, go in, try to draw that charge. It's tough. It really is. It's tough to do. You're going to take a big hit. But at the end of the day, if you get your team an extra possession, it's worth it, as Monroe's able to knock down the free throw.
Looking at the Eagles putting up to 14 with their first shot made.
I think they're going to beat their first half total. I think they are.
We're looking at the first half total was 12? Is that correct? Or was it 10? I'm not sure.
I think it was 10.
I believe it was 10.
Monroe's got 3 free throws. She's knocked down the first couple.
Looks like they're already halfway there. I believe it's
something like that.
Not sure. Not sure if the scoreboard has changed, but 16. So they're halfway there.
Van Pelt coming out of the game. Mallory Cooper is in, and Monroe goes 3 for 3 from the line. Good stuff.
Looks like they're definitely going to get.
Oh no! So the Cowgirls. Okay, so they just tried to inbound the ball there, and she was just trying to give it to her and switch the inbound. The person inbounding the ball, but she ended up actually doing a passing motion. So the ref, called that because it looked like it was actually an intentional pass. Kind of unfortunate break. Ball was loose after the inbound from Richardson, but they get it back. Layers got it. Drives with the left hand. Ball deflected and stolen by Ashley Hall. Great hustle play there from the junior guard. Cowgirls have it. Prisha Cole thought about stepping up to that three-point line. Coffee for 3. No good. Rebounded by Crawford, though. She goes up with the left and in.
Crawford, showing up and showing out here tonight.
She's also very much taking advantage of these minutes.
You're completely right.
Dixon nearly sailed that one out of bounds. It ends up being inbounds, though, and the three-point shot there is no good from Nadia Arkaya. Shaw Dixon gets the rebound, goes up and scores, though.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing some more bravery for shots, especially Lips with the Eagles. They've almost doubled their score from the first half.
Much better offensive half, no doubt, as here's Cole up ahead to Hall. She's going to take the 3 in the corner. No good. Rebounded by Layer and struggled to stay in bounds. Ended up leaving it there for a second. And now Layer will get it back. I guess a good heads-up play there. Ball is down inside to Shaw Dixon. Over to Monroe. 3-point shot. It is short. Rebounded by Shaw Dixon. She goes up and she gets the and one.
Ooh, you know, we just saw that double. They're definitely moving up in these shots. You know, like we said, putting the body on the line. Not just that, but sacrificing. Maybe it might get stolen, but taking those shots is vital because, you know, they just doubled their score. So now they're thinking, you know, maybe it's not so bad. They can take shots. Maybe they are seeing some cracks through this Cowgirl defense, which definitely needs to maybe step up just a bit.
So Dixon's going to finish off the and one here. And that's, I mean, hey, I think they've also just done a better job rebounding since the half started on the offensive glass. They've been getting boards. Well, that's probably because of Ryan not being in the game, but I mean, they're getting more boards. As Coffee has it, top of the key. It's a 54-21 game. Cole dribbling inside. Thought she was going to take another midi. She passes it out, though. Amber Coffee with a jab. She's going to dribble it around, take the screen from Crawford, go back. Cole thinks about the three. Up top to Mallory Cooper. Cooper to Coffee. Coffee. Hall thought about the three. Coffee gets it back. Cooper. They're swinging it around. Coffee's got an open three. It's up. It is good. Amber Coffee for three.
You know, Amber Coffee this is, I believe, her third or fourth three of this game. She can shoot. Like, that is no problem. Inside, outside, like, she shoots the ball. It's probably going in.
Made varsity as a freshman for a reason, here. She's a very talented young player in this program.
I definitely think she'll go far in the future, especially this is her sophomore year, I believe. You know, she'll definitely go far.
Definitely. They're lucky to have her. She's going to be a very talented player in this program. 57-21, just domination today from the Cowgirls. I mean, hasn't even really been close at any point today. I mean, it was 11-0 before you could blink. So
exactly. Now they're looking at 57-21. So that's definitely something. You know, definitely both teams are stepping it up.
Yep. 2:50 to go, third quarter. Again, just complete domination from Coppell today.
Yeah, briefly check in. Coppell boys are also playing Richardson, but they're a little low. You just started at 7 p.m. with Richardson at 18 and Coppell at 16 for the Coppell boys. Now back to the girls.
Like that, we brought that score update in there. Let's hope they can turn it around as that pass sails out of bounds. I remember Coppell Richardson boys had a really intense matchup a few years ago, back when Coppell had Ryan Egerwall and Richardson had like 2 5-stars on their team. One of them being Kaysen Wallace, who's now an NBA champion with the OKC Thunder, who was a big part of their NBA Finals winning team last year. So that's pretty cool. Richardson and Coppell do have some basketball history on the boys' side.
Exactly. You know, you definitely see some people in Coppell here. High sports. You know, we saw Solomon Thomas back in 2014, and now I believe playing for the Cowboys. And you have two other people that have graduated here from Coppell and made to the NFL. And that's not just sports. Maybe people have also made to the NBA here from Coppell or from other sports. So Coppell is definitely an outlet that's come to pro sports. And I see that that is not changing here in the future, especially with Coffee here.
That shot is going to be short, no good. Richardson tried to save it. Ends up in the hands of Ashley Hall, but nice job here by Richardson. Doesn't give up on the play. Arcaya got the steal, and Green got the finish.
My parents are like asking me about something, and I'm like,
Molly Crawford to Ashley Hall.
my parents are calling me, and I can't explain. And
Cooper's got it. Over to Coffee. 1:55 to go. Amber Coffee's got it.
So I was like, if it's in that box, then it's in the camera.
So here we go. Coffee, drive, and it's going to be stolen by Richardson. Nice poke out there by Prisha Cole, no foul. She perfectly poked that one out of bounds. It will stay with Richardson.
Cancel today because I didn't have a tutor.
No,
Yep.
no, I literally didn't do anything.
We got Richardson throwing it in here. And, you know, the Cowgirls, they're starting to shake just a little bit. I didn't expect them to almost double, possibly triple the score in the quarter. You know, they got to push it down just a little bit more. There are definitely some cracks that are now being noticed. If not, they were in the first half. They're definitely now being noticed here by Richardson.
Shaw Dixon missed the shot. Rebounded by the Cowgirls. It'll be Cole pushing it up in transition. Up ahead to Nat Gonde. Euro inside. Misses the shot. Ball is loose. Rebounded by Richardson. 1:18 to go. in transition. And a nice block by Cole there. Great transition defense. And Crawford gets it to Cole. Cole takes it up the floor, dribbles to the left side, calls for it. I thought she was calling for a screen. She's just dribbling it out though, and she'll dump it inside now to Crawford, who's out at the free throw line. Cole dribbles, tried to go to the corner, pass deflected, and Cole got poked in the eye, and they're gonna have a timeout here or something. Probably got poked in the eye, I assume. She's on a, looked a little uncomfortable.
Maybe got smacked in the face.
Poked in the eye, smacked in the face.
And
it's uncomfortable.
And we're looking at after, right? This is foul on the Cowgirls.
Yeah.
With Shaw Dixon at the line once again.
43 seconds to go in the third. Cowgirls up 34. To your point, yes, the Cowgirls have slowed down. But you know what? At the end of the day, when you're up 34 points, hey, you got a little room for error. Definitely. But I got to give credit to Richardson.
Yeah, you know, maybe there's a little room for error. Richardson slipping through this here. You know, and that's something that maybe in the fourth quarter they might be able to hold back together.
So Shaw Dixon knocks down the first free throw.
You know, Richardson definitely is turning this game around with these free throws, and now they're shooting more shots, making more shots, and they're likely to possibly turn this game around.
Second free throw, no good. Cooper gets the rebound, and here Nadgande will get it up to Amber Coffey. Clock down to 34 seconds. Nadgande over to Hall. Hall to Coffey. Coffey, Cooper, thought about the three. Hall driving inside, and that one's Nadgande. Coffey under 20 seconds. Nadgande squaring up, driving inside, goes up, no good, ball loose, and it is going to be sent in bounds. Richardson in transition with 8 seconds to play. Layer inside, lefty shot, nice shot, she banks it in. 2 seconds, and that'll end the third quarter. Richardson trails 57-26, but definitely a way better quarter than what we've seen from them so far in this game.
100%. You know, third quarter, they've almost nearly tripled their score that they've had in the first half. So they're pushing forward. They're putting the beats out. They're pushing forward. Cowgirls, you know, like you said before, giving some a little bit of room to breathe, but the room that they're making, maybe it's a little bit too much. Maybe they got to tighten it back up just a bit.
For sure. Mihir, I see you got the Texas hoodie on today. CFP rankings
100%.
just came out. Texas at 13. It's going to be an exciting finish to the college football season.
100%, 100%.
4 conference championship games this weekend. I'm excited. Definitely looking forward to that. So check back in on the boys here and see if there's a score update anytime soon. I could check Twitter, but I don't know. I'm not expecting anything.
And it looks like for the boys, I believe the second quarter has recently started.
I sincerely doubt it's still 18-16.
It looks like it. Richardson for the boys is 2-6, and the Coppell boys are 6-2. With quarter two, you know, maybe it's in the middle, maybe they're just in quarter two, but it looks like quarter two is 16-18, with the Cowboys trailing.
Yeah, all I'm seeing right now on Twitter is stuff about the North Crowley game. So
what that was something. That's the second time, I believe, 2 years in a row we're losing to North Crowley here at round 3. So
yeah, we haven't made it out of round 3 years in a row. It's been a little tough.
But hey, you know, coming in the next year, we got multiple sophomores who are on varsity as their freshmen. You know, juniors, you know, they're just pushing forward. Jacob and Annie, Carter Zingerman, both sophomores on varsity. They can push up.
Future's bright. Nahira Nadgande dribbles to the right side. She's got some good on-ball defense. Nice cut there from Coffey to get it. And Mallory Cooper has it. Van Pelt checks into the game to start the fourth. That pass wasn't a great one, and it's going to end up going out of bounds. I don't know if Crawford thought that was deflected. She didn't really give much of a hustle for it. And it ends up being Richardson's ball.
I believe she might have believed that she didn't touch it, maybe, or maybe that the other team got the Richardson.
I think shot was tipped, and I guess it wasn't. So, layer to the corner. Monroe off of her out of bounds.
Looks like it's going to be the Cowgirls' ball here.
Cowgirls inbound from the sideline. It'll be Crawford, Coffey, and Cooper as her guards, and they'll go to Coffey, who dribbles up left side of the floor. Coffee goes back to the right hand. Cooper, left wing. To near here, Nedgande. And now back over to Molly Crawford. Inside, and Nedgande goes off the fingertips out of bounds, and it will be Richardson basketball. So we're about a minute down here in the fourth quarter. No scoring quite yet. Layer taking this one up the floor for Richardson. Dribbles with the left hand at the top of the key. Dumps it down into Shaw Dixon. Spin. Keeps the pivot. Inside. And one. It's going to fall.
Looks like, Shaw Dixon back at the line. Back at the line here for two.
So Van Pelt looked pretty shocked that she got called for the foul. And here comes Adriana Ryan into the game. She hasn't played in a while since she picked up her fourth foul, but she will be in here for the final stretch of this one, it looks like. So 5 on the floor for the Cowboys. It's Nedgande, Cooper, Crawford, Coffey, and Ryan. And to the line here is Shaw Dixon. The free throw is good. Cooper to inbound to Coffey. 57-29 the score. Molly Crawford up the floor, passes it up. And Ryan immediately getting to work. She's got positioning, doesn't take the shot though. Coffey inside, nice move, and she makes the lefty layup.
Just slipping through, bouncing around the rim. Didn't really stay there, but it tipped inside.
Great move, good finish. Ryan on the on-ball defense against Shaw Dixon. They try to dump it down inside. Laird with the pass. And that is going to be a foul called under here. Nedgande there against Nadia Arkaya. Coach giving some advice there to not slap. And that's what happened. I mean, she went up, she put up a shot. It was going to be a tough make, and she got the arm, I think, with a slap. So 6:20 to go. Cowgirls up 30. Arkaya's free throw's good. Checking into the game for the Cowgirls. Lahari Ojala. A little whistle there from the crowd. I guess it had an impact. Free throw no good. Amber Coffey's going to get it here with 6:18 to go. Ryan's got it. Dumping it down. Great pass into here, and Nedgande who smokes the layup. Rebounded by Richardson. Arkaya taking it up the floor. Nahira goes down. Ryan tips that out of bounds, and looks like she hurt a finger there. Always a painful moment in basketball when you jam a finger.
Ooh, worse than rolling your ankle, if I might say. And it's just kind of like there, it doesn't really go away too much, and you can't really bend it either. At least with the rolling, you can bend it just a little bit, or you can at least walk. But this time, every time you move in your fingers, you can just feel that, and it just kind of hurts.
I've unfortunately suffered both of those while playing basketball, and I'll tell you, neither feels good. Neither feels good at all. That is a wild shot Lair just put up, but she gets the foul. She'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Definitely braver with these shots, but maybe a little too brave. We're looking at, they're turning around. They're just hooking it straight on.
We'll see if the Whistler comes back out for these free throws. Cowgirls, the Whistler was here last time I was here. And
we got a nickname for him, the Whistler?
Do have a nickname. As Lair knocks down the first free throw. Vanderbilt, it's funny, Vanderbilt in baseball has this one guy, and they call him the Vandy Whistler. He whistles consistently when Vanderbilt's batting and the other team's pitching. The guy whistles the whole game as Lair makes both free throws. So it works in baseball and it messes with pitchers' heads in baseball. I don't see why it wouldn't work in basketball at the free throw line.
We've definitely seen people do that in other sports too,
I mean, hey, you got to get the other team off their game somehow, right? As here's Amber Coffey taking it up the floor. And she's just going to slowly dribble it. Pass it to Cooper. Cooper thought about the 3, doesn't take it. Dumps it down. Rynan, it's going to be stolen. Ball was poked out by Rynan, who now gets it back. Great pass inside. And the finish.
Lahari Ujala getting her first points on the board for tonight, coming in the fourth quarter.
That's the beauty of games like this where your team is ahead, is you get to see players. Everybody gets minutes. Everybody gets to play. As they're going to call, I think they're going to call another foul here.
have a foul on Coffee, you know?
I think so.
Kind of put her hands right in front of her face.
But I love it. You love to see people get playing time, people get their opportunities to play. It's amazing. As Shortino coming in for Cooper here.
You know,
And
we've definitely seen that with football too. You know, we saw that at the Bowie game. We're up like 40 points, and all the backups are on the field. You know, we see Deshaun Mayer, you know, definitely good quarterback.
jump ball going to be called here as that ball was deflected, ended up loose on the ground. It's going to stay with Richardson.
It looks like it's going to the Eagles for this one.
We'll see what the inbounds play is and who inbounds the ball.
Looking at...
They also don't have a 25.
Oh,
yeah. Arkaya dumping it down to Shaw Dixon. One-on-one with Ryan. And I think that could be another, what's the call here? It's another jump ball, and that one's going to go to the Cowgirls.
Definitely hopping around here. We've seen multiple jump balls, a little popular from this match.
Timeout, Lady Eagles with 5:01 to play. Cowgirls up 61-32. See if we actually get another boys update here.
And it looks like we do not see anything according to Max Preps. It's stuck at 16-18. Reload the page here. It's the same.
Scorekeepers are doing a pretty bad job right now.
You know, me personally, if I was scorekeeper, I'd update it every basket. At least for football, they do it properly. Well, actually, half the time they don't do it properly. They'll check in during halftime, and they'll leave the first half out of it. But
yeah, definitely. Shout out to Twitter and shout out to Sidekick for giving updates on Coppell's football games throughout the season. I went to pretty much every game, but when I wasn't there, I was able to check Twitter or Sidekick, and they usually provided pretty consistent updates, which is nice to see. Obviously, high school sports isn't like the NFL. It's not like college, where ESPN's live notifying everything. And then you also have the Real app, too, which notifies you instantly. So, like right now, I can hop on my phone right now, and I can go to ESPN and see the Dallas Stars are tied 1-1. And I can refresh it every like 2 seconds and see what's going on. I could also turn on Victory Plus, too. Which I've considered, considering it's a 30-point game. But we're locked in here. There'll be Adrian Orion inbounding here. Looks like there's going to be a press applied from Richardson. So Ryan will inbound to Coffee, taking it up the floor. Great pass inside, and Shortino gets the bucket.
putting up the Cowgirls to 63-32 with that 41-point lead.
That's been my favorite part of this game, is seeing plays like that where there's some good passes, getting those wide open layups. I mean, that's again, the easiest bucket you're going to get is an open layup under the basket.
And it definitely does look like Cowgirls are holding it down just a little bit more in this quarter.
Definitely better fourth quarter than third quarter from the Cowgirls. Just a lot of fouls.
Definitely. You know, we saw the same thing with North Crowley. You know, fouls all over the place.
My goodness. I don't even want to talk. Wait, you said North Crowley?
Yep.
I don't want to talk about North Crowley.
It was raining flags, let me tell you. False start after false start.
Layer makes the first free throw. Yeah, I mean, they were a pretty undisciplined football team. Even my guy, Texas commit John Turntine,
we saw multiple fights.
He got called for a personal foul. I didn't like that. Can't be doing that next year, man. Right. Layer makes both. 4:39 to play. Cowgirls up 63-34. It'll be Ryan inbound. So here's the press. They're going to run a cross press breaker. Ran that back in middle school. Coffee trying to beat the on-ball pressure. Gets it over to Shortino. Nice voice crack. Got to keep hydrating. And here's Vajala dumping it in. Ryan. Coffee slips around. Mid-range shot, no good. Ryan, easy rebound, easy putback.
Ryan, you know, jumping back up just for those open layups. You know, they're putting her back in the paint. You know, like, hey, we gotta lock this up. They're putting Adrian Arena right in the paint. You know, that's their biggest offense thing that they have right now. Definitely for the inter. You know, they got Coffee up for the outs for the threes, and you know, Ryan down in the center.
So another foul called, and this is on Ryan, and that's 5. Oh, they called it on number 21 instead.
Lahari. Ojala.
Yeah, she got called for that one. So Ryan's, I think in high school if it's 5 to foul out, so I think that would have been it for Ryan, but It's on Vajala, so she's safe.
Yeah.
And Shaw Dixon will go to the line for 2 shots. She made the first one. Can she knock down the second one? She does. So Reinen will inbound here. Nothing open. She finally gets it into Coffee, and Coffee's going to push this one up the floor. Under 4 to play. Coffee goes all the way, misses the layup there. Rebounded by Arkaya, and she's taking it up the floor. Arkaya dumps it down to Shaw Dixon. Defended by Ryan, Shaw Dixon passes it out. Inside, Layer shot blocked by Ryan inside.
You know, we're looking at Ryan. You know, she's coming left and right here, and it's blocked out of bounds. Ryan is just a wall. Straight.
Big time cheers from the Cowgirls bench is into the game. Do we have a number here?
Look at Skylar Hill.
Skylar Hill.
Look, and Parisha Cole coming back into the game for Adriana Rainin and Abel Coffee.
Heard the cheers. Glad we had a name to match the enthusiasm from the sideline there. I like it. I like it. 29-32 at halftime. Cowboys trail Richardson in the boys game. Let's go, guys. Let's go get that win. It is a non-district game, so it doesn't matter as much. But hey, I still want to see my guys get a win.
Definitely.
Loose ball. Hill gets the loose ball. Cole taking it up the floor. We'll see if they try to get Hill a basket here. She is open in the corner. 3. No good. Ryan comes down with the rebound. She's looking to go up with it. She's going to be fouled going up.
You know, definitely we see these other players here. Everybody in the crowds, everyone in the stands standing up, you know, putting up that 3 up. We're seeing that. That makes you assume she's just coming into the game. Can we see more 3s?
I want to see her get a
Skylar
bucket.
Hill?
I want to see her get a bucket.
Ryan at the line.
It's just a 4-star flipped. Nothing.
Ooh.
Ryan misses the first free throw. Nothing significant. Tomorrow is National Signing Day. I just want to talk about that on the broadcast real quick. Tomorrow is early National Signing Day. We have a lot of Cowboys and Cowgirls signing with programs tomorrow. Division I programs, Division II, Division III.
Definitely.
So I just want to say congrats to all those people. And obviously all the big football recruits. A lot of future Texas Longhorns are going to be signing tomorrow. So shout out to my guys who are going to be Longhorns. Hopefully I'll be joining you on the 40 acres soon, but hook them. You know what I mean? So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yeah,
you
tomorrow's early National Signing Day. So if you're a Coppell fan, watch this game. Come out at 8 a.m. tomorrow to watch all the athletes sign.
Yep, just right here in the arena.
Just right here in the arena, yeah. So
like I said before, Adriana will be there signing with Arkansas.
She'll be signing with Arkansas tomorrow. Here's Hill for 3. Can she put it in? It's short. And it'll go out of bounds right back to the corner. So, yeah, Ryan signing tomorrow. I'm trying to think. Who else is? Oh, my track teammate Noah Schuler signed to Dartmouth tomorrow, so shout out to him. Ainsley Bramer, another one of my track teammates, she's signing to the University of Texas tomorrow. And, yeah, there it is, pulling it up. We got a lot of people signing. Gabe Campos to Penn State for swimming. We got some big-time programs here on this list. Oregon for baseball with Xander Montgomery.
We see 3 people going in for volleyball. So both Zoe Olsen and Molly Williams going to Ouachita Baptist University, and I also for Southwestern.
Yeah, it's really cool. Again, got a couple girls from the state champions. Really cool to see. So, yeah, shout out to all the people signing tomorrow, and come out if you can to the Coppell Arena. 2 shots coming up here for Richardson. That is a high arcing free throw, and it's no good. Who shot that? Oh, wait, there's no 25. I forgot. That was one of the highest arcing. That shot almost hit the freaking roof. I mean, I swear. That thing went really high. That was crazy. See if this second shot has enough arc to it, and it goes straight in. So it is now 66-37 if that score updated. Under 2.5 to play here from Coppell. Cowgirls up big. Skylar Hill with it. Avery Shortino. Dribbles left. Shortino thought she was going to get it back. She did not. Prisha Cole drives. And now she'll just dribble it back out. It is, as I like to call it, milk and cookies time here. Cowgirls just finishing this one off, ending this one. Here's Nat Gonde for 3, no good. Or that's actually Vajala, no good. I couldn't see the number. Crawford down the ground, had the rebound. She lost it. And it'll be the Eagles pushing it up in transition. Layer outside. Shot Dixon, 3, and she knocks it down.
Dixon knocking down the 3, putting the Eagles up at 40.
Big time celebrations from the Lady Eagles bench there.
Okay.
I believe it is their first 3 of this game. I might be off course, maybe second or third, but definitely a big play, you know, a big break for the Lady Eagles.
I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I don't think buckets have been tough to come by. Now, I will give them credit. They had like 10 or 12 points at halftime, and they've actually had a good second half offensively.
So they're definitely pushing through here, you know. Like I said before, brave with the shots. They can get through anything here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I definitely. Hey, you know what? When you're getting beat, you're just trying to look for the positives to go to that next game. You know, you really just have to try to turn it around, try to take as many positives out of a game as possible. And hey, a strong second half in this game is something that you can use to build on for the future. As we've said, non-district games are just building blocks to later in the season.
Yeah, you know, definitely. You get these non-district games.
At the high school level.
Yes, at the high school level. You know, heavily in that, you know, the 8 teams in a certain district, they're still building that district. Maybe not the district record games, but once the district games do start, they start moving around in the leaderboards and on the rankings. But definitely, these can still contribute to your district rankings. Maybe your overall rating goes up or goes down, you know. Eagles at 0-7. Maybe they might not do so well in the districts, but Cowgirls at 6-2. They can definitely put something up. You know,
nice floater there from Prisha Cole. Yeah, I mean, look, in college sports, especially college basketball, at the end of the season when they're evaluating your resume for March Madness, they're looking at those non-district games in those games. High school basketball, it's simple. If you're the top 4 in your district, you have a top 4 district record, you get in. These games are all about building team chemistry, building up confidence, building up an identity as a team.
You know, that's 100%. You know, we've seen it coming also from the Cowboys, who actually haven't made the playoffs since 2021. But you see, we have great players here. We have Cebu Sox, you have Colin Griffith. You know, even though, you know, some people left, you know, Ethan Mackin, 7'1", you know. He's a big guy, and he went on. So I feel like even though we lost some players, we gained some really nice ones. You know, Cebu Sox is definitely moving up here.
The team already looks better. We're previewing this because, I mean, me and Mahir are going to be calling their games here in the coming weeks. Really looking forward to calling those games. I got a lot of friends on the team, a lot of guys who I'm looking forward. I've already watched them play. I'm looking forward to, you know, calling their names up here as they get buckets. As Shaw Dixon, leading scorer for the Eagles tonight. She's had a good game.
Yeah, you know, especially for these Cowboys here recently at the Coppell Tip-Off Classic that happened a week before Thanksgiving break, that Thursday and Friday.
They look
good. You know, kick off that hype, you know, maybe ease out from this football playoff season after the recent loss against North Carolina in the Thanksgiving on that Saturday. You know, it's definitely pushing people through, you know, and upcoming with that Jack Frost tournament here in Georgetown, all the way down in Georgetown. It can definitely push up. You know, they were mostly undefeated, but then losing to Pierce and Houston Christian, you know. We did see that game against Houston Christian and Byron Nelson. That went to 3 overtimes.
That was ridiculous.
And it pushed out 3 different games.
That was crazy. That was ridiculous, yeah. It's going to be Coppell ball after that loose ball. It turned into a jump ball, and now all of a sudden it's Coppell basketball. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to watching the guys. Hopefully they can pull it out tonight against Richardson. But over here in Coppell, the ladies are taking care of business. 68-41, about a minute to play in regulation. Cowgirls about to cruise to another non-district win, and they will move to above 500. Here's Shaw Dixon looking for another basket. She smokes the layup, though. Carson Jarvis went up with not the strongest layup there. Layer to the corner. Jarvis out to Layer. Layer dribbling to the left, and she got pickpocketed by Cole, taking it her own. She's taking it herself there to the basket, and she's fouled going up with 36 seconds left. But
that foul may have been vital for him, you know? That might have prevented him scoring that layup, but it won't really prevent him from these free throws. But a foul definitely a way for them to get back the ball coming in from, you know, these free throws.
Nice shot there from Cole, knocking down the free throw. See if the Cowgirls can hit 70 tonight. But overall, really just a good game. The Cowgirls played well in all phases of the game tonight. I think offensively, defensively, they were good in transition. This is the type of performance you want to see and something you can build on as they improve to 6-5 on the season. As here we go it will be the Eagles with possibly their last possession of the day. Arkaya to the corner, drive inside, and that's going to be a
Launched.
Is that another charge? I think it is.
I believe so.
Wait,
And
what's the call here? I saw the official point this way.
And we'll look at Shaw Dixon on the floor here.
Ah, it's a block. Okay.
And it's a block here. Second foul from Skylar Hill here. We did see that ball launched into the other side.
He did.
Like, that ball might have straight well just gone through into the stands.
I was confused because, like, I swear he saw him point this way, but, I mean, he did do the block motion there at the end, so free throw is good. And number 3 at the line, who is still TBD. Man, knocks down both. Congrats to her. Cowgirls win inbound, 20 seconds to go. I think this is just going to be the final possession. Cole's got it. She'll dribble it around. Crawford. Over to Cole. And the Cowgirls just pass it around. Maybe one more shot. Skylar Hill's shot, no good. Put back there from Molly Crawford. Beats the buzzer, and that is it. The Coppell Cowgirls win 72-43 over the Richardson Lady Eagles. What a night. Shout out to the Cowgirls. Another non-district win. Mahir, I thought it was a strong performance tonight and a big win that they can continue to build on as we continue to get deeper into the season, district play, closer and closer.
Yeah, 100%. We see the Cowgirls here and now at 7-2. And so that's just they're just bringing on to their records. Or sorry, not 7-2. That's my bad.
The boys are about to be
6-5.
7-2.
The boys are going to be 7-2, but the Cowgirls are now at 6-5. So hey, that can put them up high. Maybe it's the minor threat. The Lady Eagles still staying at 0-8.
Tough sledding, man. Tough sledding. So yeah, let's see. We look at the schedule here. They got Incarnate Word. I think all this is a tournament.
I believe this is the tournament that's happening in Georgetown this week.
Yeah.
So it can push through.
But
and then right after, we got Panther Creek, Hebron, Geyer. Right after that, next Friday, I believe, they do start those district games with the first one upcoming against Hebron for an away game.
December 12th, yeah. That's when it really starts to count. So, again, good win tonight. Good stuff to build on. But a good win tonight for the Cowgirls. So, good game to watch tonight. Congratulations, Cowgirls pick up a big win. And that'll do it for tonight's broadcast. Me and Mahir are signing off. I'm Evan Meekins.
And I'm Mahir Gupta. Thank you so much for watching.
Catch y'all next time. Good stuff, Mahir.
What was that?